There was once a merchant who lived in a bustling town at the edge of a vast desert. His name was forgotten long ago, but his story remains. He was a man of great ambition, always seeking more wealth, more influence, more respect. His shop was filled with treasures from distant lands, silks, spices, jewels, and rare artifacts. Yet, no matter how much he acquired, he felt an emptiness within him, a hunger that could not be satisfied. One day, a wandering monk passed through the town. His robes were tattered, his sandals worn, and his face bore the calm of someone who carried nothing but the weight of his own thoughts. The merchant, curious and perhaps a little envious of the monk's serenity, invited him to his home. "You have nothing," the merchant said, gesturing to the monk's meager possessions. "Yet you seem at peace. How is this possible?" The monk smiled and replied, "I carry nothing because I desire nothing. And in desiring nothing, I lack nothing." The merchant scoffed. "That's easy for you to say. You have no responsibilities, no family, no business to run. I have everything to lose." The monk nodded thoughtfully. "Perhaps you are right. But tell me, what is it you truly seek?" The merchant hesitated. He had never asked himself this question. He thought of his wealth, his status, his plans for expansion. But none of these things felt like an answer. "I seek happiness," he finally said, though the words felt hollow even as he spoke them. The monk's eyes softened. "Happiness is not found in what you possess, but in what you release. Come with me, and I will show you." Intrigued and desperate, the merchant agreed. They left the town and ventured into the desert. The sun was relentless, the sand endless. The merchant, unaccustomed to such hardship, soon grew weary. "How much farther must we go?" he asked, his voice tinged with frustration. The monk pointed to a distant dune. "There," he said. "But there is nothing there." The merchant protested. "Exactly," the monk replied. They walked in silence, the merchant growing more agitated with each step. Finally, they reached the top of the dune. The monk sat down and gestured for the merchant to do the same. "Look around you," he said. The merchant did as he was told. The desert stretched in every direction, vast and empty. There were no treasures, no signs of life, no distractions, just sand and sky. "What do you see?" the monk asked. "Nothing," the merchant said, his voice barely a whisper. "And how do you feel?" the monk pressed. The merchant closed his eyes. For the first time in years, he felt a strange sense of calm. The emptiness around him mirrored the emptiness within. And for a moment, the two seemed to merge. "I feel free," he admitted. The monk smiled. "This is the nature of desire. It is like the desert, endless, consuming, and ultimately empty. But when you stop chasing it, you find that what you were seeking was within you all along." The merchant sat in silence, the weight of the monk's words settling over him like the cool night air. When they returned to the town, the merchant began to change. He sold his shop, gave away his treasures, and lived simply. People called him foolish, but he no longer cared. He had found what he was searching for, not in the desert, but in the space between his thoughts, in the stillness of his own heart. And so, the merchant became a different kind of wanderer, one who carried nothing but the wisdom of emptiness, and in doing so, found everything he had ever needed.